I want to go on, you're saying about the list, right? Because, a lot of women have a list. And while sometimes, having this list can be really unrealistic, there are a very, very small percentage of men who maybe tick all these boxes, right? And they tend to, of course, be less commitment oriented. They like to enjoy sexual variety. How do you think what do women need to understand about maybe this very small percentage of men who may tick all those boxes if they're trying to get a commitment or relationship?
So a young man who makes six figures and is 6 feet tall and is established.
Yeah.
And doesn't have children and is not married.
Yeah.
Those kinds of men, they have...
And straight.
...options in women. Right. They have a lot of options with women, and it kind of breaks our hearts because it's the guy of our dreams and we really want something like that. But you kind of have to make a decision. And I'm just going to keep it a stack because marriage is not for everyone. I get that. I am very much pro-marriage. In fact, I'm pro-sexy marriage. I want people to get married and have a lot of sex. But when you're dealing with these very high-caliber men, and every day of the week they're getting women flinging themselves at them, you're asking them to control themselves in the prime of their life, which is very unlikely. You could wait until... Some men, they'll get in their 40s when they're high caliber, and then they're thinking about a family. They want to have a legacy. But as women, you have to think, do you want to be a wife or do you want to be a side chick? Mm-hmm. Because to be honest, I know women who are very well cared for, but they're one of 3.
Yeah.
Right? So they made that compromise and they said, well, this is the guy that I want to be with. Because they could date down, but women, we don't often want to date down because we're not attracted to that kind of guy.
Massively.
I encourage women to pursue the wholesome alpha, the wholesome Chad, because they exist. I'm in the Midwest. They're around here.
Yeah.
They do get snatched up pretty quick. And so if you're wanting to be a wife, then you might want to modify what you're looking for because you want longevity and you want loyalty. So maybe he doesn't have to be 6 feet tall. Maybe he's 5'8". Maybe he's 5'6". Maybe he's not making $150,000 a year. Maybe he's making $80,000, but he invests, and then eventually you will have that 6-figure income. You build something together. You just have to be able to put in the work.
Yeah.
But women are also very blind to the effort that a relationship takes. So these women, where we're talking about the 1 in 3, where she is in a polygamous situation, those women are on their toes all day, every day, because they have that underlying anxiety. Well, what if he's going to find something better? So they are in the gym. They've got abs. They're calorie restricting. But they're adults. These are choices that they're making. That's not a choice that I want to make. Yep. So I tend to kind of stick with a more realistic man. But those are my thoughts on pursuing an above average man and then I guess high value. That is in itself a little bit subjective. But also women have to understand that marriage is work, and oftentimes the quality of the marriage is in the woman's hands. But we're being fed that we're empowered, but then we're also oppressed. And so there's this cognitive dissonance. You don't know when to assume responsibility for the state of your marriage.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so interesting, especially when if you want to start settling down and having a family and stuff. That's when the security that a man can provide in terms of feeling secure within the relationship, I think, becomes very important for a lot of women.
How?